Hi, it's Lauren, and welcome back to my craft room. It's a bit messy today. I need to clean. Anyway, I am back with week 3 of my interactive element of the month with slider cards, and I made a card using Whimsy Stamps Kinetic No See dies. And this is my first time using the no see feature of these dies. You'll see that I used the slider element in my last 2 previous videos, but I wanted to tackle the no see element of these dies. And I I was very sure of myself that I was like, oh, I can, I'll totally make this card just fine, and I'm just gonna push record while I make it. And I had some trouble, guys. I I thought to myself, let me re-record this and do it again. But at the same time, I think there's a lot of comparison that we as crafters do. We want to be as good as the people we follow on social media. And sometimes, we make mistakes, and that's okay. I still think my card turned out super cute. Here is my little Easter bunny hopping along in the grass. So as you can see, the slider effect is under my grass, and that's why it's considered no see. So my card still turned out really cute, and I really love it. And yes, I will definitely do it better next time. So we'll see what I do for next week's video. But I wanted to keep in my mistakes and my struggle and my peeling off paper and salvaging, just so you know, it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay because everything is fixable, and if you have to toss it out, you toss it out and start again. Everything is a lesson learned as we create. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think in the comments of the no see, and if you've tried it and if you have questions about it. I will, take any questions you have and try to answer them in the next video. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. I've already created my card base, top folding A2. I've used the Quilted Rainbow Inland die set with some sparkly paper and this pretty light blue. I've used the Grass and Cloud Edger dies to create a little grassy hill. And I used the Kinetic Curved Hills die set to cut a white picket fence, and all of the No See Kinetic Basic die set pieces that I need for this card. I also used the adorable Spring Bunny stamp set, and I stamped this bunny in 2 of the little sprigs. I just didn't color the little birds and cut those off. Now I'm using the Curved Basics die set, the Kinetic's Curved Basics die set, to figure out how I'm going to make my little rabbit hop on the grass here. The medium-sized die is a little too big, but the small one was smaller than I wanted, so I'm going to offset it a little so I can make a larger opening on my own. So I have part of my opening cut, and now I'm sliding it over, making sure that it's in the same spot. That way I don't have any weird pieces that will cause my sliding mechanism to get stuck. And there we go, a little bit larger of the small. So now I'm going to start assembling the slider. This is where it all gets, I guess, a bit bumpy. I put in 2 small dimensionals and closed up my 2 circle pieces, but then I was thinking maybe I should have used one of the circles for the pull tab part instead and make sure that was locked inside. So peel that off, put one in, layered in my pull tab piece, and then put on the other circle. And I think that that's great for a straight pull, but you'll see coming up how much trouble I had because it was too loose. My pull tab piece was too loose connecting to those little circles, but I am going to fix that later on. So the really neat part about this piece, you can see all those scored lines that are scored when you die cut it. This is the part where it creates that no see element because the slider is hiding behind my grassy hill, and this piece gets adhered to that pull tab and it bends over the grass. So I glue that down, and as you can see, it is very wobbly. So I mess around with it, and I'm like, maybe if I add some stabilizing points with some foam tape, that will help. So I'm cutting some foam tape, putting it on, and I'm like, okay, it kind of helps. Let me put the grass on top and test it. And I noticed that I put foam tape too high. So I have my grass, I'm pulling it, and it does not want to stay still. And I realize that that's because that circle is just all loosey-goosey there. So I apply some wet glue to adhere the circle directly to my pull tab piece and, keep some pressure. And then I'm so sorry, part of this is off camera. But as you can see, now that everything is glued together, it's totally staying straight. I'm like, okay, so now I know I could have just glued it on top. But now that everything is nice and secure and I have my little stoppers to help, make sure that my no-see piece stays in place, I'm pretty good with it. And then I realized I forgot my little white picket fence. So I pulled off those foam tape pieces and layered everything down so my picket fence would show up behind my grass. And because I messed around with those foam pieces a lot, just trying to get them to fit and be in the right spot and not too high, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to cut some new pieces. So I'm making sure that when my Kinetic piece is at the highest, it doesn't get stuck because of the foam. And I want to make sure as it goes all the way to the left, there's plenty of space, and to the right, you really want to make sure and move those pieces around that your foam is not going to interfere with anything. So now that I have all my foam in place, it's moving nicely. I want to add my grass, but before I adhere it on, I wanted to add some Distress Oxide. I just got this Lucky Clover color, and I thought it would blend really nicely on this green cardstock, and I am very happy with how it turned out. So now I'm going to peel up all of the release paper and adhere this grassy little hill onto my blue piece here and lock in that slider. And I already bent over my no-see attachment piece here, so I just lift that up, place my grass, and fold it back over. And I used 2 score lines to kind of create a nice even fold over, but you could just score it at 1 point. It doesn't have to be at 2 points. And I trimmed off any excess that would show beneath my rabbit. So then I added some wet glue and attached my rabbit. I'm going to have it sit. I'm using some tweezers to help it, and I'm going to walk away and come back when it's dry. Because the more I mess with it, the more I'm worried about my rabbit falling off or getting askew from the glue. So now that it is all put together, I have this new super wide tape from scrapbook.com, some foam tape. So I'm applying foam tape to the back so there's lots of room for my mechanism to function. Again, moving my mechanism around and making sure that I am not applying any foam tape to where it could get stuck. So yes, reminder again, make sure you move that around. Otherwise you could get some sad, not very sliding sliders. I peel off all the release tape or the release paper and apply it to that scalloped sparkly paper, and I'm just going to use some wet glue to adhere this to my A2 card base. And now my slider and the majority of my card is done, and I look over and realize, oh, I forgot my sprigs. So I tried to stuff them in behind the fence. They're a little uneven, but you know what? They're still cute and, still bring a little bit more to the card. So I'm messing with my slider and everything is moving and I am happy. I have this really cute banner die from the Slimline Fancy Frame die set, and I went ahead and cut that out of white paper and folded it on the score lines to create a nice 3D banner. I'm using Happy Easter from the same stamp set, and I'm going to apply it onto an acrylic block and just kind of mess with it a little to get it to curve the same as my banner here. I'm using some VersaFine ink and Onyx Black, stamping that on, and I am going to adhere it to the bottom of my card. I'm going to use some wet glue on the ends of the banner and then some small dimensionals to pop it up in the center part that is sticking out anyway because of those scored pieces. I'm applying that down, sticking it on there, making sure it's nice and secure, and I have my finished card. So here it is slowed down with my cute little rabbit. I pull on my pull tab and he goes back and forth hopping in the grass. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and thank you for sticking with me through this adventure. Here is a final look of the card. I really do hope that you try these dies out. I'm excited to do it again now that I know how to use them. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please hit like, and if you're new here and enjoy my content, please hit subscribe. Thank you so much and have a great day.